Hello there, I'm Yogesh Padsala and I want to share with you the productivity secrets of superachievers. There are two types of achievers. One is overachiever, one is superachievers. Overachievers are those who are overworked, overstressed, overscheduled, overwhelmed. They sacrifice more weekends and nights and they sacrifice their family and health and all sort of things. On another hand, superachievers are those people who achieves more than overachievers with less work, less stress, less overwhelm, and also enjoys their family and health and everything. So you see, you might be asking what these superachievers or these successful people do differently than unsuccessful people. Now here's the key. It's not what they do, but it's what they don't do. You see, saying yes is easy. It's easy to say, yes, I have a minute, I'll go to that meeting, I'll take that call, or I'll go to lunch with that couple. It's easy. There is no restraint, conflict, tension is created when we say yes. But the key is in saying no. It requires courage, and that is the main characteristics of super achievers. Darren Hardy was taking interview with Warren Buffett. He asked him, "You worth $50 billion. So what is the secret? What is the fundamental principle that is responsible to accumulate this whole mountain of wealth?" Now he was expecting some financial or some economic advice. But this is what Warren Buffett said. He said, any opportunity that was brought to me, I said no 99 out of 100 times. You see, opportunity here doesn't mean some financial opportunity like investing in that stock or some investing in that company. But opportunity here he meant was anything that requires his time and his attention. He said no 99% of the time. See what a focus. Steve Jobs, he said, we are proud to things what we don't do as much as the things that we do. He said, not to do is as much important as to do. Kenneth Cole, he said, success is not something we get ourselves to do. That is interesting. We always get ourselves to do something, right? He said, success is not something we get ourselves to do. He said, success is something we keep ourselves from doing unnecessary, unimportant things. So it's just an opposite. Peter Drucker, he said, it is absolutely useless to do things extremely well, which need not to be done at all. Jim Rohn, he said, a lot of people are measured in minor things. You see, so the question for you is, what crappy things that you do which you need to stop so that you can focus on good stuff? Because that is the key. It's not what you do, but it's what you don't do. Now, okay, you may ask me, so tell me, what should I do? I can't get all day long and say no to all those activities. So the answer is, there are some few fundamentals are there in all the industry, some few activities that makes all the difference. You see, you don't want to be great at everything, but you have to be great, world class at very few things. So the question for you is, what are those main important activities or skills that produces most of the results? Or what is that you want to be known for? See, superachievers are willing to give up some unnecessary things, like they give up following some local football team or give up following some political affairs in federal government. They give up being great cook or gardener or golfer. They give up all those things that is not contributing to their major goal, so that they can focus on good stuff. Let me give you the plan of strategic productivity. It has mainly three components. One is few vital functions, few vital priorities, and few vital improvements. Let's take first one, few vital functions. As we discussed earlier, you don't have to be great at 5,000 things. See, you only have to be great at fewer things. All the successful people, they are not great at everything, but they are great, world class at fewer things. There are half a dozen things that makes all the difference in any industry. You take basketballs, you take football, you can take medicine, science, entrepreneurship, management, business, any field whatsoever. There are few half a dozen fundamentals that makes all the difference in the world. See, there are 20-80 rules. 20% of the activities produce 80% of the results, and vice versa. 80% of the activities produce 20% of the results. So the question is, what are your vital functions? What are the core skill, core activities that produces all the results? In the industry that I'm in, internet network marketing, let's say we have a few vital functions like driving traffic, driving website visitors to our websites. Second, we have leadership. Third, we have building our personal brand. Fourth, we have prospecting or influencing other people. There are few half a dozen things that makes whole difference in our industry, and that should be the whole difference in your industries as well. If you want to identify what are your core functions are, let me give you some examples. Let's say, for example, your goal is to earn $100,000 a year, and let's say, for example, you are working 2,000 hours for a whole year, right? So divide 100,000 by 2,000, so it comes up $50 an hour. So you should produce $50 an hour worth of value, okay, to earn $100,000 in a year. Now imagine $100,000 is deposited in your bank account already, and the condition is you can keep all those money if you produce $50 an hour worth of value each and every hour for a year. Now let's say, for example, if you took longer in lunch, you take off the top. You came late and left early from work, you take off the top. Let's say, for example, you went to some unnecessary meetings, you take off the top. So you see, that's how your time is actually costing you money. Another way to explain this is, let's say, for example, if you are working on one activities, and ask yourself a question that, will completion of this activity produce $50? Or can I pay someone $50 an hour and get this job done? And if the answer is no, don't do that activity. Either delete or delegate to other people, but don't do it yourself. You only focus on activities or tasks that produces $50 an hour worth of value no matter what. That is the key to super achievers. Now, I want to give you the core value idea that worth more than this entire video, and that is simply this: do fewer things, do it often, get better at them. 3 simple sentences is the secret of super achievers. Let me say that again: do fewer things, do it often, and get better at them. That's it. If you just do this, you will extremely increase your results. Number 2 is few vital priorities. I want to tell you a little story. Some people wanted to hire Sir Richard Branson to their company events and wanted to pay them $100,000 for 1 hour of his time. And they called Sir Richard Branson office. Sir Richard declined. And then he offered $250,000 for 1 hour of his time. Sir Richard Branson declined. Then they offered $500,000 just for 1 hour of their speech. Sir Richard Branson declined. So now there is an ego-ish issue. So that they said, tell us number. Just come to our event, just tell us number. This was the reply of Sir Richard Branson. He said, it's not about the numbers. He said, I'm working on 3 priorities, and speaking to an event for any fee is not one of it. See what a focus on their priorities. So you also have to identify your main top 3 priorities for a day and focus your entire energy in those 3 priorities until those priorities are get done. Jim Collins, he said, if you have more than 3 priorities, you don't have any. You will never have enough time to do everything, but you will have always enough time to do most important things. You see, you have to shift from reacting to creating. You see, you are reacting all day long to the other people's agenda or their demands, but you have to shift them from being creative. You shield yourself totally from all any other possible distractions and focus on your most important priority, thinking what you want to create. Multitasking is not a good idea. We cognitively cannot do multitasking. All we do is switch back and forth. So multitasking is absolutely waste a lot of time. So no multitasking. And also practice and improve your ability to focus and concentrate every day. Number 3, few vital improvements. You see, that is personal development plan. You don't have to learn a lot of things. You don't have to get more information. But all you have to do is create, study, or take action or implement what you already learned. There is a gap between what you know and what you do with what you know. So you have to bridge that gap from knowledge or information to action. Jim Rohn, he said, if you learn something and you don't take any action, then you become smart, but you become frustrated and broke. He said, if you take any action after you learn something, no matter what small or big action, but if you take any action, you become wealthy. So implementation of information or knowledge creates power. So let me tell you our personal development plan, which is this 1-1-3-5-1-30-30, and which simply means this: you pick one goal, number one goal. It might be anything: accumulate a certain amount of money, or increase your revenue, or gathering certain number of customers. Whatever your number one goal is, take your goal to pick one skill. Pick one important skill that is responsible in achievement of that goal. Then buy 5 books, 3 CD and DVD, 1 seminar. You can go to the bookstore or internet and find all this information to get knowledge about these skills, and because a lot of people already done what you want to do. So that's how you will be learning how to do or how to develop the skill that you want to develop. Now 30-30 means you take 30 minutes every day to read the books you bought or read on the internet. Read 30 minutes every day. And another 30 minutes is listen to the audio while you are driving, or while you are exercising, or walking your dog, or any activities you are doing already. Your mind is free. At the time you listen to that material and pick up idea and start using idea straight away. And if you do that, you will develop skill that is necessary in achievement of that goal. So that is the personal development plan. There is no fluff, no bluff kind, nothing. Few points about personal development is, first one is challenge your comfort zone. Do the activities that you fear. If you do the things you fear, the fear will disappear. The death of fear is certain. It will go on if you just do the things that you fear. And also make failure your friend. Massive success is another side of massive failure. So go fail fast and go fail big to achieve greater success in your life. Alright, so we're done with the secrets of super achievers. Now let's recap. 1. It's not what you do, but what you don't do, what you keep yourself doing, that makes all the difference. That is the secret of super achiever. And 3 points about this key is, do fewer things, do it often, and get better at them. And there are plan of strategic productivity, that is main 3 components. One is few vital functions. Focus your attention on fewer vital functions that are responsible for producing most of the results. Few vital priorities. Work on your priority, mostly 3 priority, and focus your entire energy until it gets done. And few vital improvements. You improve stuff. You don't get information, but you actually implement and take action on what you learn. And also you do our personal development plan, which is 1-1-5-3-1-30-30 plan to achieve optimum results. If you enjoyed this video, then I would really appreciate if you just subscribe to my channel so that you can get more of this kind of videos, and also it would be great if you like and share these videos. Now if you are interested in making money working from home in your spare time, part-time or full-time, then we created 90 days income challenge program where we teach you everything you need to know to create income from thin air. If you are interested, then just click the button below.